This is a sad day for our country. You know, the people who stormed the Capitol, the mob that did that, not only were endangering police officers and others, but it was really a direct attack on our Constitution. The one picture looked like Capitol Police who had guns drawn. It looked like in the Senate chamber on one side of the door, and you had a wild mob on the other side trying to get in. That looks like something that comes out from some third world country.
As you said, you supported President Trump in this election. In fact, you were a co-chair of his campaign in Ohio. I got to ask you this. By not conceding, by calling for this rally today and asking his protesters to fight and never give up, by urging those protesters to storm the Capitol today, how responsible is President Trump for what happened?
Well, I think it's a mistake. You know, it was a mistake for him to continue this. Look, I've said throughout this process that we need to believe in the system. And believing in the system means believing in the courts, where the president or anybody else can go to court and challenge results in a state. That was done. It was done on numerous occasions. Courts made their decisions. So nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with, you know, playing the hand all the way out, playing the game all the way out. But the game's over at this point. It's time, you know, to move on. And those of us who were on the losing side, we should accept that.
And you have said that before, but let me ask you, you've said that before, that you've stated that before, but let me ask you again, by not doing that, by telling these folks, storm the Capitol, by saying we're never going to give up, how responsible is the President of the United States for what happened today, in your mind?
Look, history will judge who's responsible and how much responsibility he has. You know, I called on him today in a public statement to tell the demonstrators to leave the Capitol building, to leave. No, they should not be in there. He did do that. I'm sure not in response to what I said, but he did do that and told them to leave, which is a good thing to do.
Well, let me tell you the statement. Let's talk about that video statement. He said the election, he said in this statement on video, the election was stolen from us. He then said he wanted a landslide. He then did tell the mob, you now have to go home. Then he called the election fraudulent. He said we need peace, then calls the mob very special, and said he loved them. Is that strong enough? Was that strong enough?
Look, what's going to happen tonight or tomorrow is the members of the House, the members of the Senate are going to go back in the U.S. Capitol, I suspect, and finish the job and finish their business.
Was that statement was that statement strong enough, Governor? I know you told me to do it.
We'll end this, and that's what needs to happen. I mean, this is a resilient country. It's a tough country. This was a real attack on our democracy today. But members of Congress, whatever they think about the election, will do their job, and this country will move forward.
Again, sir, was that statement strong enough from the president?
The statement from the president would have certainly been better if it just was a call to go home. That's what the statement should have said.
Let me ask you this, sir. This is based on what you know now, and again, I know you supported the president, and party loyalty aside, knowing what you know now, is there any part of you that has second thoughts about supporting President Trump?
No. No, look, I think the president, I like who he's put on the Supreme Court. He said he'd put conservatives on, circuit court, the district court. I think he's been good for our economy. I think he's looked out for the United States as far as trade issues, for example. So no, I don't have any question about that, but it's time to move on. Joe Biden has been elected president of the United States. He's going to be sworn in 2 weeks. And what we do in this country, and we do it very well, we have elections, we accept the results, we move forward.